item rebid phase two. You're not presenting anything for us to vote on, so this is just going to be a tabled item until either create a special meeting if we need to get this voted when it comes in, then or next month, I guess. Well, you said you wanted to have something by April, correct?
Yeah, we should have everything buttoned up. The sooner we get that lead base done next week, end of next week, we're shooting to have this rebid by the end of the month. That's the goal. So.
And you don't need any authority to us. We've already given you that to rebid, so you don't need anything from us on that end.
Yeah, I think we'll just send you the final documents and then note the revisions we made and just ask for your thumbs up on the, mainly Jesse for you too, with the advertisement for bid dates. And then we'll get it out for bid.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ben. Then item number 2, action item, Lincoln Booster Station fence posts. Everybody in their packet got some pictures. This has been an issue that is.
Are you able to put that on the screen?
I had some of the old ones up, but yeah, I just emailed it to my phone.
Okay, I just sent it to Ben too, so he can see it.
I know.
No, these are old pictures. He's got woodlands now.
Right, that's when you look up there. Ben Jensen's trying to put it up there. I just took a picture of it. Ben, for you, it might be easy to see the detail. I just texted you on it because to the right of that the little cage there, you can see now put wooden fence posts up. To the right, there's a surveyor's stake. To the east side of that to there. I don't know if you can see that. But what does that surveyor's stake indicate? I mean, is this actually in our right of way?
I have no idea.
What is the purpose? So this is on the action item list, and this is
Where?
We're discussing this because this in the way of our.
We can't pull in and out of our booster station, and I'm in the wintertime trying to park on the side of the road, and I can't get out of the. Yeah, so you can see there you can't, because of where you put it so close to the road now, we can't turn in and out of our driveway. The generator comes really close to there's no room for a truck or service truck to get in and out without hitting something these days.
And then you would have to pull in with front first and then back up right. The hill.
It's very difficult, especially in the wintertime. Snow and ice, you can slide into those bollards and things like that. But anyway, the question is that actually been in our easement? That's what we're trying to figure out. Based on that, and I guess you can't zoom in here to see it, but to the east side of that, there's a surveyor's stake right by that first post you see on the right. And I don't know if that's what that means. That means that's our easement to that point, and he's actually put that whole thing right in our easement, or what that means.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Bob. I think if you could find the surveyor's the property corner that's shown on our plans for that location, I think there's a pin that's actually on the plans, and you might be able to measure off of it and find out. I can't really think of an easier way than that to, and all the property lines are shown on our plans, so you could peek at that. Otherwise, if you want a more official determination, we could have a surveyor, actually tell us for sure.
Is there any way you could get like a single page out of the plans or something and say this is where the pin is and you measure from here, that kind of thing, without having to search through everything? Maybe you could
like if I were to send you what sheets?
Or what sheet or sheets I could look at.
Yeah, it should be easy, Bob. Just look at the sheet index for what area that is. It'll tell you what sheet to go to, and then it'll show the property lines. And on the plans, we're required to show the monuments, so it'll have the property corner.
Okay.
Why did they put the posts there?
I have no idea.
He wants to protect his fruit trees.
Oh, should we talk to? We gotta talk to them to find out why.
Well, also, I think those fruit trees he planted in there just recently. I saw him planting them in there within that compost. Yes. Yeah. So.
Keeps the animals off.
Well, so here's what the Kootenai County
shows. Now, it doesn't show what piece of property that is, but it's a little too small, but those fence posts, depends on what this piece of property is, I guess. But it would appear to be the fence posts are well within the
I mean, it's not exact, but
right of way or easement polygon there. But there is another line.
Yeah.
Line's not the line.
So you see the blue line going up the road. I don't know what that exactly is. That the middle?
Yeah, there's one there.
If that's the easement, that strip that's going up there.
yeah, that's the Kia and Bob Fisher
Click on
easement.
that. See what this. See what I'm just.
Robert and Kia Fisher. There. That line comes down here, come up here.
Oh.
And then this is the Fredericks. And it's Thorin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if that actually is the property, then we need to figure out how do we have access. How are we going to get in and out of there if that's the case?
Well, it shows its access for property up the hill, not his. If you stay inside that blue, that provides access to that house up the hill, not necessarily the one off to the right there.
Do you guys mind if I share the drawing?
Sure, go ahead.
If I can figure out how to do this on, for some reason I had to, oh shoot. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm disabled from
Hold
sharing.
on.
I'm banned
Hold on.
sharing.
Go ahead.
Okay. Is this sharing right now?
It's us.
There
it is.
There.
So what I'm seeing is this. So here's your roadway. And then this is that property runs right along the roadway there. So is this over here Fisher's, or do they own this piece right here? Because if they own this piece, then I guess, yeah, they can.
Okay, yeah, that's what it showed.
But it does also look like it's within your easement. So here's your utility easement, which is the PE line.
I don't think they're within the easement. If utility easement line is stopping here, the
Well, the property to the east is the one that put the fence up.
Yeah.
Not the one up the hill, right?
Well, no, it's because it shows his land goes from up the hill and comes down right to there. It's a little, Jesse just showed that.
yeah, but who put the fence up though? Do we know that? Which property owner?
The one on the east, the one that's
Okay.
uphill.
Okay, so then that would be Thornton.
Doing his.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it was something like this, right? Well, it's actually down
Thornton
here.
technically
Right.
on the Fisher's land.
Yep.
Yeah, it's down a little bit.
So that pin that you're seeing, Bob, is probably right here.
Okay.
There's-
I'm just guessing, but I suppose that they do own that sliver, yeah.
Yeah, but if it's Thorin who put it up, then it's on Fisher's land actually, and none of it's in our easement.
Well, I'm not sure who put it up, but I will say Bob Fisher emailed me asking if he could put up, if he puts up fence on his property, if it's going to impede the construction.
Yeah, I remember saying something about the fencing. I guess I just assumed it was more up towards his property with the fence line around his house. I didn't know if it was the fence line around the fruit trees down there. I just didn't know. But I didn't know that the Fishers were putting fruit trees down that far.
Well, the Fisher or Thor, but the
Yeah, I think it's Thorin. who put
Thorin has put a fence on Fisher's property.
Yeah. But as far as the district is concerned, it doesn't look like it's in our easement, so that's just a Thorne Fisher problem now.
Well, we have easements for pipelines. We also have easements perhaps for access,
Right.
which are two different animals.
Mhm.
I don't know what our easement situation is as far as access to that piece of property.
I don't either. But that,
Get a
that's
smaller
what it comes
pickup.
down to. We,
Well, one thing, that entire piece of property that the pump house is on, was donated to the water district. And that went in when we had to take water out to Cape Horn. Now, would this piece of property still hold part of that easement?
Could have inherited the easement too.
Yeah, what,
If the Fishers donated, it may have become
I don't-
part of that easement rights.
But it does also depend on what the easement is for. All kinds of specifics.
Well, that should be registered at the court house. Correct?
Yeah, it'll take a type of search, surveyor probably to figure that all out. And then, depending on who's surveyor, it goes to a lawyer.
which is all, in expense.
If it was an existing easement, which in for, at least what it was put in for, was ingress and egress or underground.
We need to-
or
Send them some letters and asking for permissions and or forgivenesses. How do we do this without getting?
well, I think remember, I intended to be able to have access to it. We just got the problem is the access to the building.
And it's not there now because but then it's
Yeah, it is. It is.
I left it today.
For parking, one thing I can do is thinking of the north side of Lincoln, carving in and putting a block wall there so I can get off the road. But other than that, it still doesn't help for service trucks that may still need to come in with the Riviera for getting the pumps up and going this spring. So,
Because of the activity that's going to be happening there, I mean, we just don't want somebody to back in and then bust the 4x4.
right.
It knocks stuff over, damaging property. What people have put in. Say, anybody have suggestions?
Okay, okay.
Yep.
And say, here, we have a problem, we're going to do construction here, help me out, what can we do, your fence is not ready, how can we work this out? And this is big.
Well, yeah, and unfortunately, the property owner likely knew because he put some temporary metal ones up and then he followed up with pretty substantial
Yeah,
fence.
yeah.
And
He knew what he was
waiting
doing.
until permanent posts have gone in and now we have a problem.
So he has a funny little piece of property there. So
Ted, should we go? Do you know them well enough to be able to be our spokesman?
I cannot be involved.
No? Okay, then that would be, I guess, myself going and saying what I can.
oh, Terry Thorne. I'll sink his boat.
Well,
Paul, you know.
Pulling in inside.
We send the ex-highway patrol?
Yeah.
He's going to finish last in every sailboat race this year. Just kidding. Terry's a decent guy. He's surprised he did that.
Well, I guess that I will make some phone calls tomorrow, next week, and to go and see if I can find a resolution somehow for this, so we can get vehicles in and out of it without going illegal. That's insane.
But if it's just an easement to record it, you know, just pull them up and see what they say before you start.
So, yeah, we gotta spend the money to find out what our easement rights are before we get started.
It's printed, you can get a printed copy of it from Whitney and have yourself somebody read it. I mean, you should have a clearly identified easement listed on the property.
Jesse, can you have a handle on that? Who would, We go to the county clerk, do I request
Well, do
a copy
you,
of our easement?
Everything's online.
do you want to go knock on his door, or do you want a letter just coming from the district asking?
Before going and knocking on the door, we should know what our easement was.
Yeah.
We need to get we need to do a property search, and quite
Yeah.
frankly, it takes a surveyor to do that, to do it right, because they're not all online that I can find. Some of them are on Mylar and they're 100 years old.
So this,
And you can search, just because you found one doesn't mean you found them all. That's what title insurance companies do.
Okay.
So it will be-
We have all of the records and easement, and we surveyed all the pins and everything out there. So, I mean, if it's something you guys want us to actually like survey his fence line and see where that overlaps, we certainly can. Otherwise, you know, you could probably measure off of that sheet that I was just screen sharing, as well, just out in the field. C421, Bob. I'll pull this out and send it to you.
Okay, thanks.
do you have copies of the easements already from, I'm sorry if you've been in the background saying you have this information. Do you have this information that we're talking about with the easement rights? Do you have the written documentation, or do you just have the survey?
Both.
Maps, lines, longitude, latitude, and that.
Both, yeah. We wrote a new easement for the project too.
Oh, well, can I have that?
Yeah, you guys have it. Yeah, I can. Yeah.
You said C421, C-421 from our big book of the drawings and okay, we have that information. I will get that information, read it, find out what it is before going and talking to them, and I will go talk. At least get that started. So I think we've probably killed that subject, and we can talk that ad nauseum.